Hello, everybody. Welcome to another compilation with me and Dan.
Hello.
My name's
I'm
Aaron.
lounging.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm straight up lounging. I'm Dan, and that's Aaron.
I didn't hear you the first time, so I just heard you say, I'm Bowser, and I was like, did you just say your name was Bowser? Like, what?
Yeah, I'm Bowser.
Yeah.
I'm Bowser. You can't fucking tell me where I'm Bowser.
So we're doing...
I wish I got in my drinking days. I wish I got drunk enough to just be like, you can't, you don't know. I'm Bowser. I'm Mushroom Kingdom.
Kid after Princess Mario comes.
Yeah.
Um,
You know what's in another castle? Fuck you.
All right, so we're doing another compilation. This is another Weird Games compilation. We're going to be rating all the weird games that we've played over the years, and there's some doozies in this particular one, so I'm excited to revisit.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get weirder than Bonk, who is the reigning champion from last time.
That's true. Oh, shit. Bonk was the reigning champion. All right. Let's go into it.
Okay.
Uncle Bean!
Uncle Bean! Oh, God. Is that Uncle Bean?
Uncle Bean is terrifying. Oh, God, this is so disturbing. No, oh, God! Oh, I lost my rhythm. Boy, it's once you lose your game. Jeez, man!
Oh, my God, you just kept
There's too many beans!
Oh, fuck!
Stop with these!
It's like a ton of beans!
Screw you, Uncle Bean.
Wow, Uncle Bean.
I have no recollection of that whatsoever.
Yeah, well,
Like, how is that a part of my life?
That game is just a massive nonsense over and over again. It just hits you over and over with like tiny little like, this is weird. Okay, forget about it forever. No, this is weird.
Yeah. I think we talked about Bishi Bashi last time, how it was weird, but it was weird in a specific way that we're kind of used to at this point.
Yes.
From following Japanese culture and things like that. So yeah, it was like a 5, something like that.
5. All right. I'm down with that. A 5. Very
But I
like traditionally weird.
Yeah, and I caught a glimpse of the next thing that we're going to look at, which is actually what I thought Uncle Bean was. And I'm excited. I really enjoyed this next one.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I've only got time for a brief Karate Foolish today, Aaron.
Yeah, that's why I loaded up Brief Karate Foolish.
Let's do it.
I just knew it.
Oh
Wait,
my
I don't
God!
wanna- I don't- I don't
What
wanna- I don't
was
wanna-
that?
I don't want to give anything away, dude.
What was that? Oh, he's exhausted already.
What a beautiful display.
What a beautiful night for a dance.
Such a great dance.
Dance.
And I keep wrecking.
Dance.
Wow, Dan.
Ow! Dance. Dance. Stop hitting me. I just want to dance.
You got him.
He's making a comeback. Oh, excellent.
Lefty won.
Woo! Great job.
Boy, he knows that
Shall we
dance.
go to Monterey Bookstore? What an amazing game.
Wow. Okay.
Brief Karate Foolish was amazing.
Yeah.
I loved the idea. First of all, it had those digital visuals that the original Mortal Kombat had. So it was a nice throwback to that time. I just thought it was very, very funny. Just the idea that you would have a fighting game where every guy has like very normal bodies. You know, like a lot of the dudes were pretty doughy. I believe there was a skinnier gentleman with cat ears. It was, and the fact that they were all in tighty whities is just icing on the cake.
It does fall into bonk territory where like obviously it was purposefully weird and strange, but the execution and the total commitment to just like this aesthetic, because all of these, you know, it wasn't just like, a shitty game. Like, they clearly knew what they were doing, and all of these like aesthetic choices were completely intentional. So like the leaning, I like it. I'm gonna give it like an 8.
Yeah, I loved the game. It probably 8.5, something like that for me. Well, I nudged it up a little bit because there were very weird touches to it. There was like trails on all the guys' movements. There was a nuclear warhead image placed in the background. You know, the things they would say. Maybe the things they would say make sense in Japanese culture, but they seemed extremely random to us. You know, it was a wonderful experience, but that's not what we're rating. As far as weirdness goes, 8.5, something like that.
8.5. All right, I'm still sticking with 8, but let's see what the next thing is.
Japanese! Well, hold on. Hey, welcome to Japanese Headbanging Computer Fighter.
Another flawless Game Grumps opening in the books.
Oh my god.
This is a very weird game. This is very weird.
This is like a game that like a middle schooler would invent in their notebook.
Yeah, exactly. And then he would be immediately sent to the school psychologist.
Yeah,
Oh.
what is this creature?
I know.
What the
Quickly, insect
I
dog
forgot
man.
about this.
Oh my god!
Whoa,
It's got a
whoa,
sword!
chill
They've got
out.
swords! They've got swords!
I like how they kind of chill out for a little bit too. They're like, all right,
Yeah, whatever.
okay.
Yeah, just picking our moment. Dude, quick. Fucking headbang him to death.
Trying. It's really not as easy as it seems. This guy, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm
We
sorry.
haven't
it's a float-
properly introduced him.
Yeah, floating alligator mouse / staple remover. Yeah. We have not given him his due diligence.
And not only is he an alligator mouth, but in this like very dark kind of game,
yeah.
a really cartoony like.
You better watch out. You can't get hit again. What did I just say?
Dude, not in the mood right now.
Yeah, I am just about.
I got jumpy backflip Pepsi Man fucking coming at me.
Jumpy backflip Pepsi Man.
Look, man, he's had a hard life.
I guess so.
Nobody loves him because he's a jumpy Pepsi Man.
Because of all that Pepsi.
Every time he goes to ask a girl out, they're like, I don't know, he's kind of a Pepsi Man.
Whoa, yeah!
He died doing what he loved.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was good. Hey, past me. Thumbs up.
Yeah, it's funny that like watching Kabuki, I do remember it now with the hair whipping and everything. But if we hadn't watched that clip and I just hadn't come across it, that section of my life when we played that game would have been lost forever to time.
Yeah.
In my mind.
Exactly the same for me. There was a period of Game Grumps where we were picking games off the wall of games just to try out and play. Oh, well, this one looks weird. Let's play this. And like there were so many times where you and me both would be like, "Oh yeah, okay, let's do it." And then I would Google Game Grumps that game, and we had already played it. Because it was just like a barrage of like strange games where it's like we play it for 10 minutes and then it's gone forever. So that would definitely be one of those where I'd be like, "Oh yeah, we should totally play this," and it's like, "Oh, we already played it."
A lot of them were strange, especially the NES games where you can see elements of other games in that game. Like the sprites are not that different from Castlevania 2 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And you could see in the background, we were talking about this with Monster Party on the last compilation of weird games, how a lot of these games had that Giger influence where many of the backgrounds are kind of like these like human organs or like blood pumping through veins and arteries and stuff like that. And you could see that in Kabuki a little bit. There was like kind of like throbbing hearts and it just very weird, but weird in a template kind of way for that 1988, 1989 range, which for me is why they're so hard to keep separate in my mind, you know?
Mm-hmm. So what would you give it?
probably a 6 or 7. Like, it was weird, but once you get past the idea that he's just hitting everything with his hair, it's a lot like many other games, you know?
I'd probably give it a 7 or a 7.5, like, because I feel like it gets a little extra points because of how genuine it is. Like, it's clearly like they wanted this game to be like badass, and he's like a Kabuki cyborg warrior, and then like when they actually put it together and then you play it, you're like, this is so strange and a nightmare, and like, what's with the floating stapler? Like, clearly they had some kind of creative vision that was like really badass for it, but it turned out to be a fucking flying stapler.
That's how it goes. Do you remember that video we watched of the original composer for the Contra music for NES?
Yeah.
Yeah, listening to who was the guitarist who did a sick shredding version of that? I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But they put it on for him, and he goes, "Oh," you know, immediately. It feels good to watch that video. But he says, "This is what I had in my mind when I was composing this.
Yeah.
This sick, you know, guitar on a mountaintop with the helicopter camera swirling around him, kind of sound. But when you play it through the NES 8-bit system, it's you know, that kind of stuff. And even though, because of nostalgia, we love those sounds, it's still a lot different than what these guys were picturing in their heads. And I think Kabuki, just what you're talking about, is exactly the same kind of situation. They saw a killer kung fu movie in their heads, and then it turned out to be that.
The bleep bloops with the hair twirling Kabuki man.
With the boopy doopies.
All right, let's do the next one.
God,
what the fuck?
They're tiny naked people.
God damn it! Fucking god damn it! Oh my god!
I know.
Dude.
Look at their fucking nightmare faces.
Oh god! Oh
God!
Why aren't they wearing pants?
Please!
Why are they wearing everything but pants?
Jesus!
Oh god! Look at his tiny little belly moving around.
Look at the cat. Oh, never mind.
Jesus! I didn't know I could go through the mirror. Oh fuck! What's happening? What is? Oh god!
What is?
Oh, I'm scared! My face is always facing forward.
Oh yeah, when you go up the ladder, go up the ladder. Ugh. Oh god, you little
the sun! Oh! Oh no! No! Get it all away! Oh my god! Oh god!
The evil mist has been banished.
No, it has not!
Oh god, that is some fucking. That's not even nightmare fuel. That's nightmare fuel to for the nightmare bus that you drive off the nightmare cliff
This is nightmare jet
into
fuel.
Nightmare Canyon.
God, what is the purpose of all of these foods? I'm a tornado! I don't know. I don't know.
I know, dude. I'm having like a silent nervous breakdown.
Let me go. Just let me go. No. No! Come on! What is this? What is the point?
Where's your troll dick?
I couldn't get all that. Exactly! There's no pants! He's showing it off to us. He's no! Oh god! Oh! His little troll butt!
Yeah, his little gyrating troll butt.
Oh
backwards
god!
head.
No, please no!
Everything's wrong.
Oh man. Okay. That's gonna be a 10 out of 10 for me.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, because like I always say, like, this was so supposed to be this genuine experience. It was very like keeping to the troll brand. Like, I don't think anybody in their right mind was like, let's try to make this a little weird. Like, it was just like, we'll make a game and there's in the troll world, and there's the troll trees and the troll people, and then there's the troll sun, and it just ended up like this.
Yeah,
so,
I see it a little differently. I would give it like an 8 on the weirdness scale, because a lot of the weirdness comes from troll dolls themselves. I always thought they were weird growing up. Their faces creeped me out. I didn't like that they didn't, that they were half nude. It just, I always thought they were weird. Plus, I think the mechanic in the game of turning everything colorful when you walk over it is kind of cool. That's like an old school 80s arcade game kind of mission, you know, to turn the entire whiteboard to all the colors of the rainbow. So I liked that part of it. What made it weird for me was that they took what was already a weird design with the trolls themselves and really like accentuated the weird parts. They really leaned into the nudity. The face coming at you is very upsetting. The numbers constantly gyrating in a very violent, insane way.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because there's just so much more to it than just like the troll doll aesthetic. I mean, the fact that they like chose to make their face always looking forward and like you turn into a tornado, like what the fuck? And this fucking tree with the smile, and I hate it.
I'm curious to see when this game came out. I would guess 94. 95, something like that. Wow. I don't think it was that far from when Mohawk and Headphone Jack came out, which we talked about in the last compilation, because that kind of frantic, constant movement that the numbers have is very reminiscent of your extra lives in Mohawk and Headphone Jack, which are those 3 embryonic Mohawk babies, just like spherical and swirling forever in the corner. There just seemed to be a time when video game developers thought that what kids want is just, you know, to get friggin' like so much eye candy that your brain shuts down.
Yeah.
And it's not cool. I also don't like that the tree we froze on has a face. I don't like that. I'm sure they meant it to just be like, look, the world is fun and alive, but it just makes the world look evil.
It's like, oh, please stay away. All right, great. Well, you gave it what, a 7, and I gave it you gave it an 8, and I gave it a 10.
A full-on 10.
So
good for trolls.
I guess we'll average that together to a total of 9. So
sure. Sounds good to me.
Let's see what we got next.
Great.
This game is named after my 2 favorite words.
Here I am.
All right, I guess.
Castle World.
Yeah, Disney's Magic Kingdom is in the background. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, I guess this is post-apocalyptic. I didn't realize.
Whoa!
Yeah!
What?
Oh, looks like someone just got totally rad.
Who are those dweebs anyway? Hey!
Whoa!
Where's Allison? Jake, they're like stealing me or
Oh
something.
my god, is that real? Did that really just happen? Did she really just say that? Jack, they're like stealing me or something.
I'm gonna take these little cocoons of little mole holes of toy planes, I think.
I guess. This is the kind of game we're gonna walk away from with more questions than answers. That's pretty obvious.
It just poisons your life. With,
Yeah.
like, what? And there were floating missile platforms.
Missiles are candy. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll never know. One thing I know they're not. Totally red.
And then one day I was just like, all right.
Whoa! 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 He's in high heels that also have eyes and faces.
Shit,
They
communicate.
telepathically.
Whoa!
What? You can't just say that. He's got like 3 gross, disgusting Jerry curls just like sliding down his face.
He kind of looks a little bit like you, Dan.
I know. I didn't want to mention it. Damn it.
Here he is. Dan Jake.
Wow. Wow, totally rad.
I'm so curious about your opinion of the weirdness of this game.
Well, for someone who grew up, I was 11 or 12 in 1991, you know? So in the context of 91, that game makes a lot of sense. You know, to call something totally rad and to have the guy be a skateboarder and do this a lot, you know, when he's excited. But then that's counterbalanced pretty heavily by the giant portly lizard with chicken legs and high heel. You don't see heels like that much anymore.
No.
Those are some good chunky heels. And the freaky leprechaun face that says you're gonna have to learn how to telecommunicate or something like that.
Yeah.
I think yeah, that's another 8 for me, because I understand the world that it was spawned from and the time that it came from. It has not aged well, which makes it look weirder. But there's also plenty of really weird creature choices in there that make no sense.
Sure. That one's hard for me. I will say it's probably an 8 or a 9. Because, I mean, the pineapple lizard with the high heels, I think definitely is a huge factor.
That knocked it up a notch for sure.
But the fact that like it's totally rad. You have this character Jake who's like, whoa, and it's like, okay, this is totally in line what I thought this would be. And then you start out and he's like, yeah, and he's like throwing the horns or whatever, and then it just starts escalating. Where it's like, what are we? And now we're in like a candy factory with a bunch of like atom bombs. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
And then the lizard is just like, it feels like a descent into madness is what it does.
Yeah. It's anything but rad. That lizard is the antithesis of rad.
Mm-hmm. Anything but rad instead of totally rad.
Absolutely. Oh, yes.
Oh, baby. Oh, give me a fucking break. Are you serious with this?
There are men with guns crawling all over my estate.
He looks outside and they're actually crawling. Like,
Kind of in the middle of a surgery here.
Or your estate.
I'm in a suit? Just doing a little home surgery.
Client.
oh, there she is.
Oh, yeah.
There's our hero.
There's Pamela. Did they just do like the Batman transition?
Yeah, it's just like a pair of boobies.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that guy, he really put up a fight.
Are you really? Really?
Yeah, you're almost into the estate now. You just have to fight off a few more.
Oh,
men.
shit. Oh, God. Oh, no.
You messed up. They punched you.
Dude, what?
Oh,
This
yes.
game is so bad.
Fucking right on. Dude, I just came back from the.
That dude he just tucked and rolled and then stood there.
Nice, dude. You're fucking rocking.
Thanks, man.
And you're looking great.
I appreciate that guy. Just...
Your butt looks great in those tight leather
How
pants.
am I supposed to concentrate with such incredible animation going on around me?
I hope I don't fall off the. Oh!
Every time.
Yeah, he just like gets up behind the fountain
I
and
know.
like goes up the stairs. And then he's like, "Oh, finally, I made my way back up.
Stop.
I hope this time I'll actually hit him." Oh!
Oh, man.
I think this time I'm finally done.
Pamela. It's like, this is like Dance Revolution for stupid.
And then she pops a squat. Oh my god, they didn't crop out the white!
What do you mean?
They didn't crop out the white!
Oh,
VIP, man. That one I do remember.
I remember that actually very well, surprisingly.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's another one that's kind of a little bit like the troll situation where the concept was so weird and then they made a weird video game out of it and it just heightened incredibly.
I'm gonna argue. Oh shit! Hold on, my
Sure.
phone's got unplugged. Cut this out. Okay, I'm gonna argue in defense of VIP for just a second because
Sure,
I
please.
actually don't think this game is that weird. I think they tried to execute a concept and it is very clearly executed to it conveys that concept very well. And I don't know that it's incredibly weird because so much of what's in the game, it makes sense to what's happening. It's not like a far-fetched game design. I just think that it's funny and sort of poorly executed in that like there's all these funny little moments and scenes. So I don't think this game is that weird, to be honest with you.
No, that's kind of what I was trying to say. Like we're just coming at it from different angles. I think we agree. This show V.I.P. That's what it was. It was Pamela Anderson running around, and the plots were absurd, and it just happened to come out at a time when video games really had that awkward polygonal kind of look, and it just makes for a very poorly executed, like or poorly aged looking game.
Yeah.
And we laughed a lot, and it was ridiculous. But yeah, not really that weird, because that show was a big hit at the time, I think. I mean, she came from Baywatch, and that was a #1 show. She was a huge star at the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think if you're going to call that weird, you have to call the entire second half of the 90s weird, which it was, but...
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, no weirder than today as a time period, you know?
I'd give it a 4 just because the DDR fight is kind of weird. But
Yeah, the mechanics they chose for how you play the game are super weird. But just watching it, yeah, like a 5 or 6, something like that.
Wow, okay, you're going a little higher. Interesting.
Well, the game did have weird stuff. Like I remember there was a part that you unlock these cards and you get images, and of course you would think the bonus images would be a scantily clad Pam Anderson, because that's what the show was, you know. But then the cards that we unlocked were like a picture of the car and like the computerized image of the dude driving. It seemed like an odd choice. Yeah.
Great. Well, let's move on to the next one.
Okay.
He's so rad, he's my real cool radical Rex. He's my real cool radical Rex. He's my real cool radical Rex. Radical Rex.
What the fuck is happening? Whoa! Yeah! Woo!
How do you like that shit?
Oh, I like it.
Are you as radical as I am?
No. Oh, yeah. Look at these mechanics.
Yeah, woo!
Look at how determined he is.
Yeah. I'm gonna swing as hard as I fucking... Ah!
All right.
Yeah. You like that shit?
That do anything for you?
You think after a while, Radical Rex would just like get a little annoyed by it, like...
No. He's like, yeah. Ow! Yeah. Woo! I love this tree. Oh!
Ooh.
Back to the tree. Nothing could go wrong when Nothing brings me down when I'm chilling with my tree buddy.
Yeah.
That's what. Oh! Everything's cool. Everything's good. Oh God, no!
There it is. There's the end of Radical Rex.
Oh man.
Radical Rex, huh?
Pretty adorable. I mean, sorry, go ahead, please.
As I say, I don't know if I would call that game that weird.
Nope, me neither.
Like just a real nice cartoony game, clearly influenced by like, you know, the Sonic the Hedgehogs and the Bubsies of the world.
Yeah, I don't think it's rad at I don't think it's rad at all. I don't think it's weird at all. It just was that same time period as Totally Rad, you know, early 90s. That's how things looked back then. I thought the animation was pretty adorable. The weirdness comes more from how strange things that appeared cool at that time, or things that were cool to say, appear now, you know, almost 30 years later. It's like in when you watch Airplane, the original Airplane movie, and you see the stewardess talking jive, you know, it's just like a very of its time kind of joke. And that's Radical Rex is what makes it feel so different and strange now is that what people thought was cool has changed since then.
Yeah. I
but
kind of question
the game itself
if
is
it
pretty
was
normal.
considered cool even back then, you know?
Yeah, it's there's a little bit of that. It was probably considered half cool and half older studio executives thinking this is what kids think is cool, you know, that kind of stuff. Although I remember thinking the Ninja Turtles cartoon was the coolest at the time, and if I watch it now, I think, oh God, this is how they spoke, and so things have changed for sure.
I'm gonna give it like a 2.
Yeah, like a 4 or 5, something like that.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
We're playing fucking Gubble! Shit, dude! Holy fuck!
What?
I don't know.
What?
Do you think I know?
Dude, there was like a whole thing that played that you skipped.
You just have to collect all the things and then you get the screws out.
Really?
Yeah, duh. I'm the fucking Gubble master.
What is this game, Aaron? What are you?
What the fuck do you mean? What is this game? It's Gubble.
What are you fucking talking about?
That is a dinkus.
Whoops.
Don't whoops me.
Whoops.
Fucking act like you're a fucking genius of Gubble. You gotta get the skill screwdriver. Oh, look at that! So fucking easy.
Yeah, I died.
So easy.
He's like, yay, I'm dead.
The saw blades represent sort of the monotony of his everyday life,
Is that right?
Because he is a Gubble, and Gubbles are expected to live up to certain standards. They have to, you know, go to work and get a Gubble wife.
Yeah.
Maybe have a couple Gubble kids.
Make little gublets.
Gublets, as they're called. Yeah. How did you know that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you read the Wikipedia page?
I took
before
an
we-
amazing guess.
You took
Whoop.
you looked up. You went to at least Gubblefan.com. I'm sorry, .net.
.gov.
And you read up on Gubble, didn't you?
I did. You got me. You Gubble got me.
That's cool though. You know what? That makes me happy because it makes me feel like you and I have a connection.
Do we?
That we both love. Fuck this game! Turn it off! It's over! I can't keep up this charade anymore! This is the worst game ever made!
I don't know. I'm kind of getting into it.
I just remember when we started
Fucking
playing
Gubble.
Gubble, I turned it on, and I had like sort of already created this bit that it's like, it's fucking Gubble, let's do this, I'm hype as shit, and then like we got to the first stage and we were playing it, and I was just like, I don't know if we can get a whole episode out of this.
Yeah.
And so it was like, all right, well then I'm just like going hard on this bit. And then I just went hard on the bit for 10 minutes until...
That's the
I
thing,
guess
man.
could keep
I
going.
can't remember, like, much in the same way that it's impossible for me to think of Mickey Mousecapade without you doing that voice and me losing it completely. It's impossible for me to think about Gubble without thinking about you sitting next to me going 2,000% commitment to being excited about it. You know, looking back on it, it really does have that awkward CD game kind of look that Zelda's Adventure had.
Well, pre-rendered.
To a degree, Heart of Darkness had, the follow-up to Out of This World. So in that respect, it's not too weird because there was a lot of stuff like that. But yeah, it was a weird game because they clearly tried to create this character and make him into an I'm a cute little purple alien guy, but there's no development of him at all. He's just unscrewing stuff on a board. Maybe you were trying to find your family or something. I can't even remember. But yeah, I'd give it a 6, I guess, because it's pretty weird, but it mostly just sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I almost want to give it like a 9.
Wow, you thought it was that weird?
Yeah, well, I mean, again, this is my metric. It comes off as so genuine. Like, I don't think there was like an ounce of cynicism or like, you know, self-aware weirdness. I think it was like, this was the vision. It was this creature, and he floats around in a pod, and he grabs a drill, and he undrills stuff. Like, it's like, what? This doesn't make any sense at all in any reality situation. It's strange.
Yeah, it's like that old school video game kind of approach to it, where like a Pac-Man or a Crystal Castles. You know, get the gems, Bentley Bear. You're a bear wizard running around collecting gems. That doesn't make any sense. Pac-Man, you're a yellow circle eating dots. Watch out for ghosts.
I guess that's what bothers me so much is not bothers me, but makes me lean more into the weirdness is like, you play those games and they're abstract almost, you know, like,
right.
It's like, get the gems, whatever. It's you're in a black screen and it's just graphics. But this game is so much more like realistically realized that you start to have to think more about like, what the fuck is happening here? He's in a little pod and he's I don't understand.
Yeah, I get it. I get what you mean. Yeah, maybe we just think of what weird is differently a little bit. But I think we might agree a little bit more when it comes to this next one, to be honest.
Yeah, let's do it.
Go ahead and hit start, Dan.
But where there's four dancing sumo wrestlers.
Look, you know, you just can't stop the world on 4 dancing sumo wrestlers. Sometimes you just gotta go. Take a swig of that water. Go on.
I don't know how to do it.
Go on. Go on.
Aaron. What is this? What's happening?
Just go somewhere.
I'm trying.
Well, try harder.
You'd be amazed at how not intuitive these controls are.
Uh-oh. Cool.
What exactly the fuck?
You can relate to this, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, we've all been here. Oh boy, oh boy. I mean...
Is that the sound of your feet?
What in the name of Pearl?
Oh boy, you gotta go into that castle, dude.
Of course I do. God damn it.
Stop running into things!
I had no idea when I just make contact with something, it takes me somewhere else.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe you're in the castle now. Maybe that's where you are.
Oh, that could be, actually.
Maybe because you touched the castle, you assimilated. And now you're playing
God damn this game. Aaron! Is this a fucking social experiment?
Holy shit. What the fuck? No. Don't run into the wall. I want to... Okay, hi.
Hello, Fred. This is the kind of thing where, like, you feel like you're walking down a hallway that never ends, but then your friends who are sober are filming you, and you're just, like, walking in place, like, super slowly with all your fucking eyes wide open and your pupils dilated and you're drooling slightly.
I was just walking into nothing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was walking into nothing, Dan.
And don't it feel good?
I'm walking into nothing.
Whoa!
Holy fucking shit!
Yeah.
Bam!
Call the hospital!
Bam!
Whew. Yeah, that LSD. That was a weird one. I'd give that a 10. Not the drug, the game in terms of
You were right.
weirdness.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
don't take that out of context. I've never done LSD, but that game did not make it look fun at all. Well, first of all, I think there was something was different about the audio, right? Like we had to add in that music after.
Yeah.
Do you remember what happened?
For some reason, when we recorded that, and this has never happened before or since, the LSD recording, but the audio just didn't capture it. It was just video, so we just had to deal with that and put in our own music.
Weird. I mean, who knows what I'm remembering, but I seem to remember the actual music was more sparse and not fun or
and
dancey.
Frequently non-existent, and also like your footsteps made specific sounds based on like the world that you were in.
Yeah, I just remember being really weirded out by it because I don't like games where I can't even understand what the function of the game is, or what the purpose is. when I was 15, there was this comic convention, either comic convention or video game expo or something that I went to. And they had this table set up, and one of the games you could play was the CD-ROM game called Freak Show. And it was made by a band called The Residents, who are a super weird band. They've been around forever, but they wear big eyeballs and they dress in tuxes and top hats, but like their heads are all eyeballs. So clearly they're unique guys with a strange perspective. And they made this CD-ROM game where it was a freak show, and you would go into these different tents and stuff, and you would see the different freaks. And there was one guy, like the one I remember for some reason was named like Jello Jack or something like that. And he was the boy with no bones, you know, and you would just see him, and he was like a puddle of goo, and it was ugly. And then they'd play a Jello Jack song, and then you'd walk out, and I was all weirded out and freaked out. And I remember asking the guy who was kind of manning the booth, what's the purpose of this game? And he said, you know, it's just an experience. You just sort of walk around and you see what you can see. And I was like, what's the point of that? Like, I don't understand. It's making me mad because I don't get it. And LSD had a little bit of that. Just the frustration of not understanding anything mixed with disturbing imagery.
So supposedly the idea behind the development of that game was he wanted to emulate the feeling of being on LSD in video game form. So I obviously I've never done LSD either, so it was definitely eye-opening in that way.
Yeah, but that's the thing, like talking to people who have done it, it seems that everyone else has a really individual experience, you know? So who's to say that's the definitive what it's like kind of thing? But I just don't know. And I'm certainly not excited about finding out.
I will say, and I will agree with you on this one, I'm probably going to give this game a 9.
Yeah, it's way up there.
Because clearly intentional, but executed very well. It's just pure, like, mind-numbing, strange happenstance of things that happen. But I think even weirder is that, like, you know, if this game was released as like an indie game or whatever, and you like get it for like $2 or whatever, you download it for free or whatever, it's like, you know, it's weird on purpose. But the fact that somebody had this vision and was like, I'm making it, and like, you know, games back then on like a PlayStation or like they're not cheap, so they just spend like a bunch of money on this game and then sell it for like, you know, at least $30 in a game store.
Yeah,
like that to me really puts it over the edge. So that's definitely a 9 or a 9.
Or to try to sell it at a game store. I'm sure as game stores got more corporate, there's no way that they would have carried something called LSD, you know? Certainly not by the time GameStop started buying up all the boutique stores.
Yeah. Well, this is a Japan only game. This didn't even
is
come
that
out in
right?
America.
Probably a good move. I don't think it would have been received well, but yeah, I mean, good for this guy. He definitely accomplished his goal. It's like being stuck in not a nightmare, but a weird dream that's not pleasant, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Fun times.
It's good. I love it. All right, let's do the next one.
Alfred Chicken. More like, go fuck yourself. He looks so unsure of himself. Like, why do I have my own game? Hold on, let me just do the...
Guess I'll go again.
Oh, now we're in...
Akabaka land?
Abacaba?
Akabaka land.
Whoa, Secret Springs.
Yeah, how do you like that?
I don't. I don't like the idea that springs can just be anywhere.
Yeah, me neither.
It's scary.
Fuck, man!
Fuck you, Alfred Chicken!
Jesus Christ!
Wait. No one continue!
No, we're going.
God damn it!
We're moving on.
No, I don't
Stage
want to
2,
do
huh?
this anymore! Oh, this is actually kind of fun. Killing yourself.
Is it?
Yeah. Check this out.
Is that nice?
Yeah! Yeah! Ah! Yeah!
He looks a bit worried.
Wait, and here comes the I regret nothing. Oh, I can't. Look at his face. He's like, I can't even do that right. Fuck it. Sorry, Alfred. We're just gonna let you sleep on that bomb.
You ready?
What, to end it all?
For it to go boom.
Oh, it's gonna be a cheesy like.
That
Terrible.
wasn't violent at all.
Wasn't- Oh no! Alfred, you look delicious.
Alfred Chicken.
Yeah, I did not remember Alfred Chicken, but now I do.
You know what I find especially weird about this playthrough is this was back in a time where I think it was you and I were like trading the controller a lot more because apparently you were playing that at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Sounded like it.
Wow, that's what a strange time.
Yeah, that was more my type of game. You know, those old school platformers. But yeah, again, that's sort of like a Radical Rex sort of situation where the weirdness is just that they chose that character to make a game around.
Right.
But everything about it is pretty cute and normal and fun.
Wow.
It is weird that they cook him at the end, but you know,
It's upsetting.
it happens.
It's more upsetting than weird because it's like it makes sense in the context of like, hey, you blow up a chicken and he burns and he's a little delicious chicken.
Yeah, I don't want to. Once again, as someone who is a chicken nugget connoisseur, I don't want chickens to suffer, and I don't like having it called to my attention the link between the delicious nuggies and an actual living creature.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, KFC, give me those 3D printed nuggets. I'll switch full time if they taste even reasonably close.
Oh God, that's so true. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Also, yeah, I mean, you know, like the plant options are getting so good. I'm eating a lot of Beyond Meat lately. It's been delightful.
Is it good?
Yeah, man, it's not bad. Both the Impossible and the Beyond I'm into.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, you gotta. Well,
but anyway,
that was the last clip.
Oh, okay. I would give that one like a 5. Perfectly down the middle.
Yeah, you know, I'd agree with you. 5.
Yeah. So the real question is, since this one clearly seems to be LSD as the winner of the weirdest, LSD versus Bonk. Yeah. What was weirder in your opinion?
LSD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right. And don't get me wrong. Well, you know what? It almost doesn't feel like it's a fair comparison because LSD almost isn't even really a game, you know? There's no objective. There's no anything. You're just kind of wandering around experiencing it. Whereas Bonk, you have to give more credit to in a sense because it actually is a fun game with like a lot of variety and a lot of interesting stuff happening.
Damn.
So,
some compelling arguments.
Yeah, I'll say I could almost call it a draw. Bonk is the weirdest game and LSD is the weirdest experience.
Oh, interesting. 2 gold medals. Huh. Yeah, it's a different, because LSD it's just like a baseline of weird, and I feel like Bonk has like
yes
sort of where it like resets your brain, and it's like, okay, well now this is the new normal, and then it's just like this shit's weird again, and then it just keeps. So I don't know, maybe I give it to Bonk.
Yeah, maybe because in a sense, Bonk had to work within the constraints of actually having things make any kind of sense. Mm-hmm. LSD could just, because of its format, be a completely blank slate where you could throw anything in there.
Yeah.
I did not like that gargoyle flying at us, though.
Upsetting.
Yeah, bad times. It was a bad time. Mm-hmm. And that's the other reason why I'm partial to Bonk, because Bonk was a good time and LSD was a bad time.
All right. Well, Bonk is the crowned champion, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Let's give it to Bonk.
Wow. Beautiful. So put it on the screen. Bonk is the weirdest game.
Adorable. And so yeah, maybe, who knows? We'll see how long Backstreet Boys tour goes on for, but maybe we'll just play through Bonk, you know? Who knows? We'll see if this compilation sparks enough interest in Bonk for us to just blaze through it. Because if we're doing half-hour episodes, it shouldn't take that long.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Cool.
Well,
But
thanks
in
for
the
joining
meantime,
us all on this
yeah.
compilation. This is always fun as usual, revisiting old clips. It's so strange to see like old and new, you know, mixed in together. But that was fun.
Perfect. We'll catch you at the next one, everyone.
Bye,
Bye
y'all.
for now.